I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God, Body, Sean. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Elevation Nation Conversations. You know who it is. God, Body, Sean. I'm here. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. I really don't even want to talk about this. I talked about it one time before last week, but now it's getting a lot more motion, a lot more steam. So I had to look at it again, and it makes no sense. They got the woman, the REESA TEESA girl from TikTok. The young lady that I guess she got scammed in a marriage. She actually married the guy, and she did a TikTok series asking, who did she marry, and she was telling her story about what happened. The guy was lying and he did this and yada yada yada, and he bamboozled her. She thought she hit the jackpot, and come to find out she didn't. And they got her on Good Morning America now. So I just want to point out the hypocrisy in gender roles in America and things like that, and how everybody will rally behind this woman. All the women, I think she's on Tamara Hall's show as well. They'll all rally behind her because she got scammed and I guess disappointed in her marriage or whatever. But let this would have been a man. If this would have been a man, they would have told him to shut the fuck up, suck it up. We don't care. It happened. You married her. Deal with the consequences. Whatever. But because it's a woman, a very non-attractive woman at that, the whole world is making a story out of this, and now she's turned this 50-part series, I guess, into 15 minutes of fame, and it's going viral and getting crazy with it. So she on Good Morning America, so let's see what she's talking about. I don't think she's talking about too much of shit. Same thing, but let's hear what she's saying, and then we'll react to it. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let's get to it.
Ethan and Robin, get a chance to sit down.
And boy, does she have a story to tell, Michael.
Oh, by the way, too, fair use, copyright, fair use for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, and reactional purposes. So copyright, fair use. But let's get into it.
REESA Johnson's story of falling in love, marrying, and then divorcing a man she says turned out to be a pathological liar has over 400 million views. We're not naming the man involved. We're using the nickname she gave him in the videos, Legion. With just one question, she had the internet hooked.
Who did I marry?
In her 50-part TikTok series, REESA Johnson, now widely known on social media as REESA TEESA, details her whirlwind pandemic romance that she says,
hey, now check this out. She's turned this into a money-making thing now. I know she's finna get some paper, she's getting some bread from it. I bet you, give it 5 months from now, you're gonna see a new picture of her. She gonna have a BBL. She gonna have some chin fat surgery removed. She gonna be running around with the new struggle wigs on, all this. So she done turned this into some money, and she finna milk this shit. And she got everybody feeling sorry and sympathetic for her. Want to tell the story. And I bet you she gonna get a BBL next. Watch.
Was filled with love, heartbreak, and alleged deception.
I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar.
The viral saga has garnered more than 400 million views and counting. Were you nervous at all about sharing?
Yes, I was nervous, but ultimately I decided if you're going to tell this story, tell the whole story. I also really truly believe the story will help somebody. It costs you nothing to verify, but it very well may cost you everything to not verify.
The narrative spread out over an 8-hour-long TikTok playlist. Part 1, how'd y'all meet?
So we actually met on Facebook dating.
And we also matched on Hinge.
That's the part I don't understand, and maybe it's because I'm not a Facebook user like that. I really haven't been on Facebook in years, but I didn't know Facebook had a dating site. So you can get on Facebook and you can do dating. That's crazy. I never heard of that. So I'm kind of lame. On that part right there.
I did not realize that he was on both under two different names.
There are a lot of things in this story that were red flags. This was probably one of them, but we thought it was hilarious that we matched on two different sites. This was a guy who I really, after having multiple conversations with, felt like, wow, where have you been?
Within 2 weeks, she says the couple decided to quarantine together in her Atlanta home.
It was more of a very temporary, he's coming to stay for the lockdown. The lockdown just never ended.
Teresa says Legion told her he had substantial savings from his time playing arena football and quickly took over paying her household bills. Part of the reason that you stayed, was there anything to do with the fact that he said he had money, or you thought that he had money?
I definitely was not with him for the money, but I will admit that there came a point he was paying all the bills and he was being, as he called, a provider. And I had never in my life experienced that before. I really felt like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like I can just exhale. Yes, that felt good.
Teresa also says he made promises to buy her things, including a luxury car, a house, and a trip to London. What were you thinking when he was making all of these promises and when they weren't happening?
We're touring houses. I physically saw him put an offer in on a house. It is unfathomable to see someone put an offer in and they have no money. So
Come on, y'all. This is pure fucking ignorance. So she's saying that she saw him put an offer in on a house. Literally. That's bullshit. You put in offers on a house, they want to see your credit, they want to see the cash in the bank, they want to see it in escrow, all of that. And that's what it was. She locked in with this dude because she was so desperate to get a man. She took a realistic look at herself and realized that she's not in the best she can be. She's not getting, too many suitors or whatever, and she was desperate for this guy, and she just rolled with it. She wanted somebody to come pay them bills. She wanted to sit up on her fat ass, and she wanted to kick back. And now she got the whole world giving her sympathy, and they're gonna give her a big ass bag for this. They're gonna give her a bag for this. And I bet you she use that bag. I bet you she go get some BBL surgery. Watch, I bet you.
Mine was kind of saying, okay, something isn't right, but you know what you saw. The trip to London, he never actually booked it. Anyone that knows me will tell you that she's wanted to go to London since she was a little kid. So that was difficult because you're playing with me.
In the series, Teresa explains why she continuously chose to overlook what she calls the United Nations of red flags. There's something that you said I really want to...
She overlooked that shit because she was thirsty. She was thirsty for a man. She thought he had some. She thought she had grabbed some. And she thought she had got a man looking the way she's looking. Not at her best, not taking care of herself. All of that. So she was thirsty, man. That's what you get when you do thirsty shit. You get scammed, you get schemed.
I want to get it here. A quote here. Number one, I don't want to be alone. Number two,
I didn't want to look stupid by having the relationship end so quickly for everyone to be like, we told you something was up. And number three, I was ready to get married.
I felt like time was running out. I ignored things because I really wanted it to be my turn.
You get pregnant and unfortunately you lose the baby.
That is where I say the relationship should have ended. Instead, the miscarriage almost pushed me to hold on to him even more.
Teresa claims after they got married, she started uncovering an elaborate web of lies.
I got married January 5th. by January 31st, I knew I was in trouble.
The question isn't what all did he lie about. The question definitely became, okay, what is actually true? What can you prove? Every I love you was a lie. Every I got you was a lie. That does something to you.
So I don't get it though. Okay, she was married. She made this choice. She made this adult choice to marry this man without having all the information and things like that in order, and not doing her due diligence. And they got a divorce. Like, so fucking what? Why is this a worldwide phenomenon story? Men and women go through this all the time in regular life. Men get married and say, oh, okay, damn, she wasn't who I thought she was. She changed or flipped on me or whatever, and we got divorced. Or women get married and say, well, he wasn't who I thought he was. Flipping got divorced. Why is she getting so much attention with this? They playing the sympathy card, and then they got a non-appealing looking woman sitting on there weeping and wilting and crying about a marriage that didn't work and didn't happen. I don't get it. I just don't see it, man. They would not give a man all this attention. They would not be this sympathetic of a man at all. We would not get that treatment. I definitely know that. She was also even on she's on Tamara Hall's show.
Our favorite part of having
Why is she posting this? Honestly, I was tired of holding it in. I was tired of holding it in. And I hope it helps somebody.
Now, I can respect and understand that part right there. I think for the most part, she was using TikTok as a like a therapist or a venting tool. So I guess she was releasing all of this that she had built up on her, and she was using TikTok as a way to kind of get the story out and release it and, and put it out there. And so I can kind of understand that part. She releasing and, she getting that shit out. But that still don't change the fact that they would not do that shit for a man. If a man got on TikTok talking about how many women have scammed him and schemed him, and women do this to men all the time. They do this more so to men than men do this to women. And if men got on there talking about somebody scammed them or did this and that, man, everybody and mama would say, okay, shut up. So what? You got scammed, it is what it is, so what? Get over it. That would have been the exact thing that they would have said to a man. I guarantee you that. I guarantee.
That is a clip from the viral TikTok series, Who the Bleep Did I Marry? Viewed millions of times, created a huge conversation about betrayal and spotting it in your life. Before we went to break, one of the things I think I
can't even watch this interview. What's crazy to me is all of the women in entertainment have rallied behind her, and now they finna uplift her and hold her up as the poster child for men that are out here scheming and scamming on women, and that's not the case all the time. So they finna get behind her. They finna push her story. They finna put some money in her pocket. I know it's gonna be a movie or something. And they finna put her to a whole nother level. You're gonna see her in another year. She gonna have a BBL surgery. She gonna have all type of shit going on. So they just show you how different it is in society for men and for women. Men got to get out here and get it from the mud, get it from the dirt. They got to be providers. We got to be creative. We got to be hard workers. We got to be diligent. All of that. We got to be crafty to get our money and to get to make our fortunes and get to that next level. A lot of women, they can fall up under a man, play coy to him, and they can inherit the bag through going through him, or they can do like what she's doing, give a sympathy story. Everybody feels sorry for you, and then they boost you up like that. But these are the same women that want to say they want to be treated as equal, and they want to be feminist and all of that. So I don't get it. It's just like the whole court system. The whole court system needs to be restructured when it comes to alimony and spousal support and child support and giving custody to the women over the men all the time and things like that. So this is just a Polaroid picture of the bigger picture in society of how they believe all women. It's always the man's fault. Women are just victims. They did nothing wrong. And it's the big bad man that did all this. So, I don't know what you think. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you think she's gonna get a BBL with the money she getting now, because I know she about to get a bag. But what would be dope though is if her ex-husband came out and told his side of the story, and he tell how she catfished him, or she was lying and perpetrating a fraud with him. So that would be dope. Now that would be dope if he came out with his side of the story. Man, I'm out of here, man. This is some clown shit. This is crazy. But hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Elevation Nation Conversations. Elevation Nation Tribe, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. I'm going to check y'all on the next one. I salute y'all in peace.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God, body, Sean.